Hi guys, good morning. Welcome to Madam More. So today we're gonna use a band. If you need a cushion to stand on or to sit on, I should say, you can do that. We're gonna try to keep it nice and simple. So let's get started right away. So making sure that you're nice and anchored in your feet. Take one foot off the floor. So if you need to hold on to something, you go ahead and you do that. And we're just going to circle the foot. And then we're going to circle the other way. Good. And then we're going to do a V. So toes up to one side, back to center, and the other side. So we're going to keep doing that V. The knee is going to stay center. So just creating a movement in the ankle. One more time. Good. And release. Let's go to the other side. And then circle the ankle. So taking the time to breathe, starting to engage our belly, to stay nice and tall. Switch direction if you haven't done it yet. Let's do that two more times and then we'll go into our V. So one side, back to center, other side. So we're going to keep the leg in the same direction. So my knee is facing forward. I'm going to try to keep it as much facing forward as I can. This movement, that's okay. Let's go for two more. Last set. Good. And release. Let's balance on the other foot. Again, we're going to take our big toe and we're going to keep it down. And let's circle around the tip of our big toe. So here the leg move. Let's stay nice and tall. Let's try not to sink into our hips. Switch direction. Putting a little bit of pressure on the toe. Good. One more. And release. Let's go to the other side. So let's circle around the tip of the big toe. Putting a little bit of pressure on the foot. And then switch direction. Don't forget to breathe. Let's stay nice and tall. One more. And release. Beautiful. So we're going to balance again on our one foot and we're going to circle now through the foot that's down. So I'm going around my foot and then switching direction. Let the knee move. Good. And then switch. And then circle around the foot. Putting a little bit more pressure each time. And let's switch direction. One more. And release. Beautiful. So standing with your feet either parallel or in a small V. Knees are going the same direction as the toes. Let's bring our chest forward a little bit and let's reach up, reach to one side and circle back up. Bring the arms up and side and circle back. Beautiful. Let's take a deep breath. Let's bring the chin down. Let's roll down. Let's keep our feet anchored so we're keeping the weight evenly. And then from here, bend the knees if you need to, and then pull yourself back up. So we're going to think about our tailbone when we come back. So tuck the chin. Round. Now, if you need to hinge more than rounding, you go ahead and you do that. Bend the knees as much as you need to. When it's time to come back up, take your tailbone, drop your tailbone. Think about pulling your sitting bones down towards your ankle. Beautiful. One more time. Drop the chin, bend the knees as much as you need to. Going forward, forward and forward and forward and forward. Time to come back. Take your sitting bones like you want to bring them down. Rounding Rounding, rounding, using the belly, and coming back up. And then from here, let's come close to our band. Let's inhale, dropping the chin and rounding forward or hinge forward if that's what's needed. Grab the band. And then from here, pull back up. And let's take the arms up. Let's pull a little bit on the hand so that we feel the traction or the pull on the outside of the arms. And then from here, let's rotate to one side. Let's come back to center. Let's rotate to one side. Now what happens if the arms up are not comfortable? It's okay to bring them down a little bit. Let's make sure we adapt, we modify to what our body needs today, right? So it's okay also to take a break whenever we need to. Good. Let's do that one more time on each sides. Last one. Good. And come back to center. Bring the arms down. Let's take one foot forward and one leg back. Beautiful. So I'm going to hold on to the band. And then from here, extend the arm, bring it down, and bend again. And turn so that you can go up and then forward and bend. And again, lift the elbow, extend the arm, bring the arm down, and bend again. One more time, elbow up, and reach forward and hold it here. Let's do some circle with the arm. Keep that pressure. Don't let the elbow bend. And then switch direction. Beautiful. Nice circle. Try not to put any angles in it. Beautiful. One more. And release. Beautiful. With the foot back, we're going to do some tiny little bending in the knee. So tiny little lunges. No need to go very far. Let's go for two more. That's it. And let's put the band under the front foot. Oops. Good. And then from here, we're going to down and up. That's it. So make sure you have enough resistance to feel comfortable. That's it. Beautiful. One more time. Nice. And then hold it here. Open. Keep the arm nice and level. And then release. Down. Open. Back. And release. Two more times. Down. Open. Back. And release. Last time. Don't forget to breathe. A nice strong core. Back and release. Beautiful. Let's go to the other side. So nice lunge. Bring the elbow forward. Good. Let's come up here so I don't hit myself in the head. Good. So elbow up. Extend. Back and down. And lift. Extend. Make sure you're nice and tall. Good. So just moving the shoulder. Feel free to reduce the resistance as you need to. Good. Let's do that one more time. That's it. Good. And let's put band under the foot. And let's do some little lunges. Nice. Tall in the spine, so reaching the crown of the head up towards the ceiling. Belly is in, opening the chest. Good. So let's add the arm. Good. So bring the arm up to the front. So give yourself enough resistance to have to work, but not so much that you're losing your form. That's it. Good. Let's add to this. So let's come down, open, keeping the arm nice and level, not letting the band pull the arm down. That's it. Using the core. using our obliques. Good. One last time. Down, open, close, and release. Beautiful. Let's put our bed at the front of our mat. Let's come down to the back. And then from here, let's do a nice roll down. And we're going to bend the knees as much as we need to bring our hands onto the floor. And then we're going to walk forward, putting the knees down and hold it here. And then from here, nice cat stretch, tucking the tailbone under, looking forward. That's it. Tuck the tailbone under, rounding the back, and coming back to center. Let's do that one more time. Back to center and holding it here. And then from here, let's extend one leg. Take the opposite arm. Just make sure that there is weight on the outside, the front hand and hand that's up, and then evenly distributed on the back knee. So not on the inside of the knee, not on the outside. And then coming back. Let's extend the outside leg. Make sure the knee stays on under the hip. Bring the arms up. Try to put even pressure on the back knee and the front arm. Good. And now that we have our setup, we can go a little bit faster. Good. Reach, staying nice and square. Good. Let's do that one more time. And then we're going to add a little bit to this. Good. So extend the arm, extend the leg. Shift back. Don't let your hips move towards the supporting leg. Come back to the front and down. Let's reach nice and long. Slide back. It's like you're on a shelf. Come back up and down. So we're going to try not to let the hips sink. They're going to sink a little bit, but that's not the goal here. Belly is in. Even weight on the hand and knee. Good. Let's get ready to add on. So let's reach. Take the leg across. Reach back. Making sure that we are on top of the knee, not reaching towards the outside. Good. Reach. Take the leg across. Keep the hip nice and even. Not letting the leg fall. Belly is in. Reaching the crown of the head nice and far. Good. Let's add on to this. Beautiful. Let's reach out. Let's take it across. Bend the knee. And we're going to lean back and we're going to go touch the knee to the floor. And then we're going to come back forward. Back in. And reach. Take the leg across. Whew. Bend the knee. Reach back, reach back, reach back. Touch the knee to the floor. Back up. Reach the leg long. Back in. One more time on each side. Reach. Take it across. Bend the knee. Lean back, lean back, lean back. Stay on top of the knee. Don't go to the outside. Take the knee down. Come back. And in. One last time. Reach. Leg across. Bend the knee. And reach back. Come back up. And release. Sit back on your heels. Shake the arms, shake the hands. So take your fingers and then pull away. And then again, try to get some space in the wrist a little bit. And back. Beautiful. So let's go onto our belly. Oh, sorry, our back. And laying down, let's take our band and we're going to double it up. And then from here, we're going to put the band onto our thighs, so wherever it reaches. And then from here, pull the shoulder blades back. Back of the shoulders are on the floor. Keep that. Lift the hips, pulling down on the arms, keeping the shoulders anchored. Bring it back. Release the arms. Lift the hips, pull down on the arms. Shoulder blade stays glued to the mat, and the shoulders are not rounding forward. Pressing evenly on the feet. Engage the core. Make sure the ribs are not flaring up. That's it. One more time. Pull the back of the shoulders down. And release. Take a quick break for the arms. Now, if double band is too much, feel free to just unfold it. So we're going to bring our knees together for this one. If you have a cushion or a towel, you can put it between your knees. And then from here, let's lift up, keeping the shoulder blades back, keep the arms straight, keep the knees together, lengthen one leg, bring it back down, keep those knees together, extend the other leg, and back down, belly is in, shoulder blades, back of the shoulder, staying down. Good. Keep those knees together. We're not letting the knees move. Belly is in, squeezing, glutes, pushing ourselves up. One more time on each side. Don't let go of your shoulders. Don't let go of the arms. Last time to be even. Good. And release. Pull the knees to the chest. Need to. Good. And bringing the arms up. So now we're going to pull the arms apart we're going to pull like we want to pull the arms apart. The shoulders are going to stay down. Ribs are down. Separate the feet so that they are in line with the sitting bones. And from here, pull up. Try to pull the arms apart even more. Press evenly on the feet. Bring the arms up above the head. Take them back. Release the hips. Pressing the hips up. Bringing the arms above the head. Only going as far as we feel comfortable. Keep pressing out on the arms. Not letting the band change this or strength, or keeping the hands the same distance apart without stretching the band more or less. One more time. Lift up. Bring the arms up. Now we're going to sequence ourselves down. Keep pulling on the arms. Tuck the tailbone. Roll down. Shoulders are staying down as much as possible. And then release the arms. And again, press the hips up. Bring the arms up. Don't let go of the pressure on the arms. And roll back down. And release. Beautiful. Let's put the band aside. Let's make sure our shoulders are staying down. The chest is wide open, so nice wide collarbone. And then from here, we're going to lift up, dropping one hip, roll down on that side, bring the hips back to neutral. Lift up, drop the other hip, and roll down on that side, back to neutral. Lift up, drop one hip, and roll down, back to center. And again, lift, dip one hip, and roll down. The dip is not very big. And then one more time, lift. Let's hold it here. So I want you to focus your attention on your bum. So I want you to relax your bum as you're inhaling and exhaling, re-engaging. So you're going to feel the contraction nice and low on your glutes. The hips are going to drop a little bit, and then as you re-engage, the hips are going to come up. So release, re-engage. You can put your hands on your bum. It is your own, so it's okay to touch it. And let's do that 2 more times. Inhaling, releasing, exhaling, re-engaging, and lower back down. Beautiful. Let's do the same thing, but this time we're going to release only one side at a time. So let's come on up. Press the feet evenly. Don't let go of your wide chest. So now we're going to keep one side heavy or tight, and then we're going to release the other side on the inhale. Exhale, re-engage. Inhale, release the other side. Exhale, re-engage. And because I'm keeping my belly engaged, my hips don't move much. There is a little bit of a dip on the side that I'm loosening. That's it. Let's do that one more time. Good. And roll down. Beautiful. Let's pull the knees into the chest. Let's rock side to side. Good. Let's stay right here. Let's grab our band. Let's put the band around one foot. Beautiful. Let's settle our hips so that we are letting the thigh drop so that we are even. And I'm holding the band with my opposite hand, and I'm going to take the leg across, keeping the hip down, circle the leg, and bring it back up and over, circle up and over. Nice, strong core. Try not to arch the upper back like I just did. So keep the front of the ribs down, keep the hip down, circle. Let's switch direction. So we're gonna open, lower, make sure the leg comes across, keep the hip down, and up, and open, lower. Make sure the leg comes across the midline and back up. 2 more times. Ribs down, chest open. That's it. Last one. And release. Let's switch leg. Good. So the bottom leg could have been bent. So it's up to you, whichever is more comfortable on your body today. So let's drop that hip. Belly is in. You can be in a neutral or an imprint. And then from here, take the leg across, keeping the hip down. Circle the leg back up. And again, keep the hip down, keep the chest open, keep the ribs down. Many things to think of. That's okay. That's it. One more time. Let's switch direction. Let's open. Circle. Make sure you go across the body and back up. Open. Across the body and back up. Beautiful. Beautiful. And release both feet in the band. So we're going to use the band to support. And then from here, we're going to go into an imprint. So let's bring the belly in. Try to push the tailbone away from the chest. Ribs are staying down. And then we're going to do circles. But we're going to make the circle happen from the hips. So we're going to find our sacrum and we're going to circle around the sacrum. Use the band to help support the legs. Let's go the other direction. Make that happen from the belly. Good. And then from here, I'm going to hold on to the band nice and tight. And I'm going to use the band. I'm going to pull my legs in a little bit more and then release. So what I'm doing here is I'm taking my tailbone, I'm trying to lift it. I'm using the band to pull a little bit on my leg. So notice I'm not going very far up. Actually, I'm barely lifting. I'm just trying to pull my feet back towards my head, but also up. So I'm looking more at the seam of the wall and the ceiling. Good. And release. Beautiful. Let's make a little V with the feet. So I'm going to start nice and tight with the feet parallel so that I have to create, I'm creating some tension to open the feet. Legs are as long as they feel comfortable, and I'm going to lower the legs and back up. Feel free to bring the head up. Just make sure that you're not letting go of the band. Ribs are down. If the head is up, keep the head up, or you can have the head down. Keep that pressure. Now make that external rotation of the feet happen from the thigh, not just the feet, not just the ankle. One more time. Good. And release. So we're going to do the 100. We're going to do them a little bit differently. So we're going to take the band and we're going to put it under the knees. So from here, you can stay here and do the pull from here. Or you can bring the legs long, you can lower them. And then from here, we're going to try not to let our legs move as we are pulling the arms. And in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out. 2, 3, 4, 5. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out. 2, 3, 4, 5. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out. 2, 3, 4, 5. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Last one. 2, 3, 4, 5. Out. 2, 3, 4, 5. And release. So that was 50. So now we're going to take the band. Sorry, we're going to keep it under the knees. We're going to cross them on top. Good. And then from here, either the knees are to tabletop or at an angle. And we're going to do our last 50. So bring the head up if that's available. And in, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. And out, 2, 3, 4. 2 more. 3, 4, 5. Out, 2, 3, 4. Last one. 2, 3, 4, 5. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Release. Beautiful. Okay. Let's come on up. We're going to roll onto our side. But before we do that, we're going to wrap the band around our feet. And we're going to do a knot. So make sure that you don't knot it so tight that you can't undo it at the end. Good. So we're going to roll onto our side. Beautiful. Okay. So I want to be able to bring my foot a little bit over hip height. Okay, so if it's not tight enough, just tighten a little bit more. Good. So from here, laying down, making sure that the top hip is pushed away. Should be a gap under the waist. And then we're going to lift and release. Lift, release. Lift, release. So you can have your leg slightly forward. You can have it straight. Your choice. Good. 2 more. Don't let the hip drop. Good. Let's take a quick break. Very nice. Okay, so let's take the leg up and then we're going to pull it forward and then we're going to pull it back. So small movement because we are going against the resistance of the band. We're going to try to keep the leg even. So we're going to try not to let the leg come down. There's always tension in the band. We're going to do 2 more. And last one. Good. And release. Shake it up if you need to. And now we're going to bring the band over the knees. And from here, with the knees towards the chest, let's squeeze the heels together. And then we're going to open and close. So make sure there's a gap under the waistband. That's it. The hip doesn't drop. Lifting. So we're not letting the hip drop back. We're keeping it nice and steady. The hip doesn't come towards the shoulder either. That's it. 1 more. Beautiful. Okay, so from here, roll onto your belly. Good. So bend the knees. So the legs are together and we're going to pull them apart so that there's tension in the band. And extend the legs. So inhale, exhale, lift the thighs up, keep the pressure on the band. And lift, belly is in. That's it. 1 more time. Good. And then from here, we're going to bend the knees. Lift the knees off. Keep the thighs where they are. Extend the legs. And then release. Bend the knees. Press up. Don't lose the tension in the band. That's it. 2 more times. Bend. Lift. Extend. And release. Don't lose your core. Lift. Extend. And release. Beautiful. Time to go to the other side. So let's bring the band around the ankles. Lay down on our side. Make sure there's a gap under the hip, the waist. Good. And then lift and release. Lift, release. Lift, lift. Try not to lean back. Good. And release. Beautiful. Now the leg's going to go forward and back. So lift. Forward. Feel the resistance. Keep the leg nice and even. We're not letting it fall. There's always tension in the band. Don't forget to breathe. The belly is in. Stacking the hips, stacking the shoulders. You can keep your hand down. Just make sure you're not rounding. 1 more. Good. And release. Bring the band around the knees. Take the knees into the chest. Gap under the waistband. Squeeze the heels together. You can lift the feet a little bit and open and close. Don't let the hip move back. Don't let the hip come towards the shoulders. Just lift. Beautiful. 3 more. 3, 2, last one, and release. Beautiful. Let's take the band out of there. I'm going to undo our band. So it got tighter as we were pulling on it. Okay. Whew. And my wrist. That's okay. So from here, let's fold it. And you can fold it again if you want, which I will do. Okay. So laying down on your back, take the band right under the head. Take the elbows slightly up so you can see them. And then from here, using the arms, pull the head up. Let the head be supported. And release. And again, use the arms. Let the head be supported. And release. And again, lift. One more time. So here it can be in a neutral position or in an imprint, your choice. But we're going to stick with it. So there's no changing halfway. And then lift. Let the band support your head. Belly stays in that same position. Good. Relax the head into the band. Use the arms. Good. One more time on each side. And then we're going to change this a little bit. So pull the knee up. Extend the leg. Don't change the hips. And pull back in. Keep the hips nice and even. Extend the legs. Lower the leg. Pulling it back in. If your head is getting tired, if your neck is getting tired, or your arms are getting tired, feel free to switch. Bring the head down. Okay, one more time on each side. Lift, extend, lower, and in. Last one. Extend, lower, and in, and release the head. Beautiful. So if you prefer to have your hands behind your head, feel free to do that. But let's make sure that we are resting our head into our hands or the band. And as usual, the head can stay there. And then from here, elbows where we can see them. Use the arms to pull the head and lift one knee. And then we're just going to rotate to that side. And then back to center and down. And lift, rotate. So I'm not lifting, I'm just rotating. So lift, rotating. So I'm switching the weight from one shoulder blade to both, from both shoulder blades to one shoulder blade. That's it. Again. And lift. That's it. And now I'm going to add a lift. So, knee up, rotate, and then reach that elbow towards the knees, but it's going to be more towards the center of the knees, not right onto the knee, because we are starting with a rotation. The body's not used to do that, may not like it. So, really reach back, down. That's it. Lift, rotate, reach, down, back, and release. Wonderful. Let's take the band aside. Pull the knees into the chest. So we're going to do a little bit of a double leg stretch. So from here, head can be up or down. You can be in a neutral or in an imprint. We're going to reach the arms up, lengthen the legs. Now the legs get length up there. They can lengthen right here. And then back. Let's stay into that neutral or that imprint. Let's not play at changing it back and forth. It's a little bit harder to be in an imprint when the legs are long. It's a little bit harder to get that neutral position when the knees are into the chest. So let's work at it, not taking the easy way out. One more time. And release. Beautiful. And let's roll onto our side. So we're going to go into a side plank. So if you need to pad, you go ahead and pad away. You can be on your knees or on your toes. So on the knees, you want to make sure that the knees are in line with the hips, in line with the shoulders. So I'm going to start right here. So let yourself sink into your shoulders, just like if you're watching TV. And then from here, we're going to press the elbow down, lengthen. So now we are away from the shoulders. Push the bottom knee down into the floor. Lift the hips. Good. Hold it here. Good. Breathing in and out. Let's take the top arm up. Let's reach under. Keep the hips square. You can rotate the shoulders and then come back. One more time. Reach under and back and release. Wonderful. Let's go to the other side. So again, feel free to do that side plank on your feet. And I'm going to go on my feet for this one. So from here, sink into that elbow. Okay, press the elbow down and push up. So now we're far and away from our shoulders. We're going to press the bottom leg into the floor and lift. And then from here, stay nice and square. Breathing in and out. Belly is in. Lengthen the spine. Let's take the arm up. Optional. Feel free to not rotate. Keeping the hips as square to the front as you can. Don't forget to breathe. And reaching up and release. Beautiful. Okay, let's do some stretching here. So, sitting in a comfortable position, whatever that means to you. And then from here, let's drop the chin. And let's bring it back up. Keeping the spine nice and long. Lift the chin. Nice and far up. Drop the chin to one side and circle back down. And again, lift up. Shoulders are down, lifting the chin and circle down. So making sure we feel a little bit of a stretch the entire time until we're down. And then from here, reach, head to one side and down. So if you want to kind of hold on to your leg and lean a little bit into that stretch, you can go ahead. Let's do that one more time. And release. Wonderful. So let's take one leg forward, one leg back, and fold on top of the knee. From here, you can stay here if what you feel like is more of a static stretch, or we can create a wave with our upper body. So inhaling, I'm going to wave myself up, open chest, folding forward, and rounding to come up. Open the chest, nice long spine, and lower. And again, nice long spine, reaching tall and fold. Maybe you're rocking a little bit side to side. Good. And release. Let's go to the other side. Reaching nice and tall, folding over the knee. You can do a static stretch if that's what you want, or creating a nice wave with the body and leaning forward, nice straight spine, and rounding forward. And again, reaching nice and tall, lowering, and coming up. One more time, reaching nice and tall, lower, and come on up. Beautiful. So let's go onto our knees. And then from here, we're going to take one leg forward. Good. So here we're going to lift the front of the hip. So we're not just dropping the back. We're going to lift the top so they're going to stay long in that lower back. And then we're going to move forward. And then coming back. Keep it lifted. And I'm going to add an arm, reaching up, maybe looking up, and releasing. And again, reach up. That's it. Let's go into a little bit onto the side and circle forward and back. And again, reach. Don't forget to lift the front of the hip. Turn the other side and come back. And the front leg's going to go straight. Feel free to move the foot forward, and we're going to rock forward and back. Good. And this time here, we're going to do a little bit of an internal rotation. Good. A little bit of an external rotation. Good. One more time. A little bit of an internal rotation. Good. External rotation. That's it. And come back. We're going to turn onto that bottom knee so that the leg is straight. And reaching over. You should feel a nice stretch into the abductors. And reaching, feeling that stretch in the lower back. And then coming up. And again, reach. Now look up towards the ceiling. And circle the arm back. Beautiful. Let's go to the other side. The leg forward, lifting the front of the hip, and then leaning forward. And again, let's add the arm. And lift. And look back and come back. Front of the hip stays forward. Let's circle the other way. One more time, just because it feels good. And release. Sit back on the heel and then move forward. Bring your bum back and forward. Hold it back. Internal rotation. Come forward. You may not be able to go as far forward, and that's okay. Other side. Nice. One more time on each side. Nice stretch. Hamstring, other side. Good. And turn. Beautiful. Nice inner thigh stretch. And reach. And circle. And again, reach. Over. Open to the ceiling. Come back and circle back. And then from here, let's make our way up onto our feet. Let's take a deep breath in. On the exhale, just let it go. And again, inhale. Exhale. And we are done. Thank you very much for joining me for this mat and more class. Hope to see you soon in the studio. Take care.